Yeah, very good morning. Welcome to Edgbaston. The toss has just taken place. Andrew Gale of Yorkshire has won it, and I would imagine, having made Durham follow on, and the bowlers have had a bit of work, delighted to have won it and batting.
Yeah, exactly. And Friday night we fetched the ball from all parts as well, so there were a few tired bodies. So it looks a good pitch, slightly overcast, but hopefully we can get stuck in this morning.
Looks a dry pitch. I would imagine whenever you're on your travels with your seam attack, this is what you find.
Yeah, I think people have, when we've played away, have made pretty good pitches against us this year and taken all the grass off, as you can imagine. But, we've got to find a way to win on these decks. It's not a must-win game for us. We're going well, but we just want to keep performing consistently.
Tell us about your team, because no Adil Rashid, of course, he's with the Test squad.
Yeah, he's a big loss for us, but James Middlebrook comes in. He's done well for us when he's appeared this year. Liam Plunkett's not quite ready yet, but hopefully another week's time he'll be good to go. But other than that, same team as last week.
Thanks very much for talking to us. Let's bring in Varun Chopra, who I'm sure would have been lying to have been batting on this first up.
Yeah, it looks a good wicket, as I said, but a few overheads this morning, so if there is any movement, it'll be first up. Hopefully we can exploit it.
The wicket from last week, 1,200 runs scored, only 12 wickets. The batsmen enjoy that, but it must be tough on the bowlers.
Yeah, not exactly how we wanted it to pan out, but, it's unfortunate. This wicket should be a better cricket wicket, as I said, and I think there'll be a bit more pace and carry. So, if you bowl in the right areas, hopefully next carry and we'll take the chances. 34 points behind Yorkshire. Is this a must-win for you? Andrew Gale said it wasn't for his side. No, we've still got a lot of games to go, so I guess we probably need to win 4 or 5 out the last 8 to have a chance of competing with Yorkshire. But obviously, a positive result today really gets us a lot closer to them and makes the title interesting. Double 100 for Laurie Evans, 150 for your wicket-keeper, but I understand he's not well. No, he's woken up feeling very poorly this morning, vomiting and a bit of diarrhoea, I think, as well. So, unfortunately, he's been rushed into hospital, but wish him well and hopefully he's back soon.
Thanks very much, Farron. So that's the news at the toss. Big toss to win. Andrew Gale has won it. His bowlers are going to have feet up. His batsmen are going to make first use of it.
Came to the crease with Yorkshire 26 for 3 against Warwickshire at Edgbaston. Wickets continued to fall, but Bairstow's 108 ensured they passed 200. Then Ryan Sidebottom struck twice in the first over to leave Warwickshire 11 for 2 at the close. Bairstow and Aaron Finch helped Yorkshire recover from 55 for 4. They put on 74 before Finch was trapped LBW by Ricky Clark. The bad weather then closed in at Edgbaston. When play resumed, Bairstow went to his 4th century of the season. He also scored hundreds against Hampshire, Middlesex and Durham. Bairstow was out for 108, right breaking the leg stump with delivery. He had figures of 5 for 40. Sidebottom dismissed Varun Chopra with the first ball of the Warwickshire innings. And 2 balls later, he removed right. Warwickshire will resume on 11 for 2.
The squad's been announced and everything like that, and that's fantastic. The boys are going to go out and do really, really well next week or this week in Cardiff, and I think that's a fantastic position to be in. It's good that there's other people that are scoring runs around the country, and that's the way it should be. The competition for places, and you wouldn't want it any other way.
Bairstow is having the best season of his career. In 6 first-class matches, he scored almost 750 runs at an average of over 100. He's also scored 4 centuries, including a maiden double 100.
Took the first 6 wickets in Warwickshire's reply to Yorkshire's first innings score of 213. At one stage, Warwickshire had lost 5 for no runs in 29 balls. Yorkshire closed on 125 for 1 in their second innings, 269 runs ahead. Sidebottom reduced Warwickshire to 2 for 0 late on day 1, and he struck again to leave the home side 29 for 3 when Ian Westwood was dismissed for 14. Sidebottom then bowled Laurie Evans to make it 4 wickets for the innings. And he made it 5 when Sam Hain went for 0. Warwickshire failed to add a run before the former England bowler made it 6 when he trapped Peter Mackay, LBW. Warwickshire did avoid the follow-on by 5 runs, but were dismissed for 69. Ricky Clark, the last man out, for 28. But the Division 1 leaders then dominated with the bat. Will Rhodes, unbeaten on 53, his maiden championship half-century. They closed on 125 for 1, 269 ahead.
It's nice to contribute, and obviously, to get those 6 wickets, means a great deal. It puts us in a good position this moment in time. Obviously, there's 2 more days to go, but you're delighted to take those wickets.
Baston Finch was 73 not out, while Will Rhodes top scored with 79. Yorkshire set Warwickshire 434 to win after declaring their second innings on 289 for 7. But Yorkshire resumed their second innings on 123 for 1. Jack Leaning and Rhodes building a partnership of 94 before Leaning was dismissed. Rhodes remains in search of his first-class century after falling for 79. Finch's 73 runs coming at nearly a run a ball. Warwickshire's chase got off to a bad start with Aaron Chopra out for a duck in the first over for the second time in the match. Ryan Sidebottom getting the better of him both times.
The roll out for 259, Ryan Sidebottom finishing with match figures of 11 for 76, the second best figures of his career. Yorkshire won by 174 runs at Edgbaston. Jonathan Trott was first to go this morning. He took his overnight score to 29 before being bowled by Sidebottom. And when Clint Mackay fell, Warwickshire were in trouble, 5 down, with just 123 on the board. After his duck in the first innings, Sam Hain looked in better touch second time, bringing up his 50 with a boundary. Chris Wright was 8th man out with the score on 203. Jack Brooks, the successful bowler. This was the moment Hain went to his first century of the season in his first game back after a 2-month layoff due to a shoulder injury. But he was the last man out, trapped LBW by Tim Bresnan. Yorkshire collect 20 points, Warwickshire just 3.